Hi guys, it's Taff. Welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2 with the Go East expansion. We are back, and there is a lot to talk about. Yes indeedy, yes sirree. So, first off, what should we say? Right, first thing to report is patch 1.9 has landed. So this is the improved AI. This is the official, not the beta testing, which has been going on for about a month now. This is the official, actual, proper release. So that has hit home yesterday, I think it was. So we've downloaded that, installed it, so we're running 1.9. Now, because we're running 1.9, that obviously meant my Pro mod, which was at 1.5.2, would not work with the official patch 1.9. So I've had to download the latest Pro mod, which is 1.6, I think it is, and that's working okay. I've had a quick test on that. Fine, fantastic. Because we've had the official patch, it's bumped us back to Cambridge. So we'll be starting today back in Cambridge, which is okay. You know, it was always to be expected. We knew that was happening. Fine, not to worry. Okay, I think that was all. I've got a couple of other things to say, but we can say that on the road. Let's stop wasting time. We've got 58 grand in the bank. And we've got 3 hired drivers, haven't we? We've got Katerina, Georgia, and Ludwig. So let's get another job and get on the road, and then we can have a chat about what's going on. Right. So, 62-ton tank. No, we don't have the. We just don't have the power for that. What is this? Price per distance. 6 grand from there. Oh, it's all ferry work. That's why. No. 25 grand down to Geneva, to Swansea. 10 grand to Swansea, taking some logs. Have we been to Swansea? We haven't been to Swansea. Let's go to Swansea then, shall we? Or we've got Oslo. I was going to say Onslow there. No, Oslo. No, let's go to Swansea. God, we haven't been to Swansea. Let's go back to Wales. Why not? So we're going to have a trip back to Wales. So we are in our depot, our, Taff Logistics, or whatever. No, Exile Logistics, that's what it is, isn't it? So here we are. Now, you will notice my driving will be a little bit erratic, so I'm going to go slow today for a very good reason. The reason is I've got my new Logitech steering wheel, gear, paddles, and all sorts of jazz. So, let me get wiggling, get comfy. Right, Right, so brake off, clutch in. Well, I've got it on the splitter, so we're going to go second gear. Now, what's really embarrassing is that you can actually stall. So I'm going to go nice and steady to begin with. And if I miss gear changes and all sorts of crazy stuff, that's just because I'm getting used to it. So it's literally come today. So I've got to remember to. It's like proper driving now. I've got to dip the clutch and hold the whoops. And hold the braking, which I wasn't doing then. Right. Okay. And as you will notice, I have turned the wrong way. But not to worry, it just gives me a little bit extra time driving around not Cardiff, driving around Cambridge to see what's going on. Loan instalments, okay. Now, you will have noticed there was one of those no entry barriers. Yet there were so many changes. I haven't done that. I have downloaded it. I haven't installed it because I was working on all the other things I needed to do. Right, so one of the first things with this pod, watch that truck's front wheels. Do you see them turn? Yeah, they now turn around the corner, which is so cool. One of the things which is so difficult to get used to, on the Logitech steering wheels you've got 900 degrees of rotation, which is like from centre it's like 1.5 times round each way, which is quite a lot for a controller. Right, let's go in here, and there are logs in front of us. Right, dip the clutch, brake, pop it into neutral, put the handbrake on. Right, enter. So much more to do. Okay, so we're going to take logs to Cambridge. Take job. Yes, sirree. Right, now, clutch down. Handbrake off. In gear. Right, we'll spin around over there, I think. The secret, I think, is to go gently and slow, and you won't make too much of a balls up of it. Right, brake. Back into neutral, pop. Down into reverse. And here we go, we'll back this up. Oh, look at that. This... Oh, yes. This steering wheel's just allowing my pro skills to be shown. If I stall, you're not allowed to laugh, okay? You're not allowed to laugh. I've just seen we actually need to get some sleep. So that's probably not... Oh, not to worry. We'll just go anyway. Right, is he going to let us out? So there's some behaviour we'll keep an eye out on this journey. We'll keep an eye out for the new AI. It's much improved, and it will take a lot more heed of what we're doing with our indicators. So, what is his? Can you quite? I'm just trying to see what. His number plate was. It was something off. I'm sure it was. Right. I was just seeing if it was some cheeky developer swearing at us or something. I don't know. I don't know if it was. Ooh, going close. Oh, perfection around there. Yeah. The other thing which is nice to have a short-ish journey is because. Oh, it's going to rain. Ooh. Yeah. Go on, mate. Go on, mate. Hold on. So previously, the AI on a roundabout would not stop for anything. So the fact that they've stopped there is amazing. He didn't do it particularly well, but he did stop, which is it's all you can ask for, really, isn't it? Right. Let's get up to speed and get out of Cambridge. Right. Excellent. 8th gear. So I've got the gearbox set in a, I think it's called, it's the H pattern, obviously, but it's I can't remember what they call it. Is it a splitter? They've said that it is, and so basically, whoa, what? Okay, so there are a few bugs with the AI. It's not perfect by any means. Let's put our lights on before we get pinged by the light police. So yeah, the AI is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it is supposedly a lot better. We'll have to see and how we get on. So far so good. They did stop at the roundabout incorrectly, but he was obviously just being a little bit cautious. He's seen my other videos and he thought, well, I don't trust this guy, which is fair enough. Can't blame him. Right, okay, let's go for 12. Yes, so the gearbox I've got, it's obviously a standard 6 gear gearbox, but so where it's, I've got a shifter, so I've got 2 buttons which I can toggle between gear set 1 and gear set 2. So on gear set 1, gear 1 will be first gear, gear 2 will be revving the poor guts out of this thing. Okay, I got used to it. Yeah, sorry, so it'll be gear 1, gear 3, gear 5, gear 7, gear 9, and gear 11. And on the toggle box, which go on to gearbox 2, it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's how the gearbox, so I can, as I say, I'm on the even side of the gearbox at the moment, going 8. So if I go up a gear, which is 5th gear, I'll go to 10. There you go. Right, so that's the gearbox explained. My steering wheel, as I say, the actual movement of the steering wheel is a lot. It's a lot. So it's going to take a little bit getting used to. But I'm loving it. It feels quality. I did have a slight problem actually. it came today, and I was super excited. Obviously, put it all up and whatnot, and the reverse gear wouldn't work. Now, reverse is 6th gear, but you have to pop it down. Actually, I might just pop in here. We might have a rest in here actually, because I think. Oh, we got 2 hours yet. We'll keep going. We need some fuel anyway, so it was not a wasted journey. In here. Oh, I've just tried to use this the paddles to change gear. Oh dear. Right, it's going to 4th, down into 2nd. Excellent. Pop into neutral. Handbrake on, engine off. Excellent. So yeah, it's going to take a lot more thinking on my half to drive this thing properly. But I like that. The extra immersion is great. You know, with the track IR, this is just fully immersive now, which is brilliant. Just absolutely love it. Right. What's the time? It's 12. No, we've got 2 hours, so we might as well hit the road for another hour or so. Because I don't wanna, waste good daylight, as it were. Now, if we come into this slip road, if I start indicating now. Now, these will probably, keep an eye on the mirror, they will probably start to slow down and let me out. He didn't. Is this guy going to let me out? Yes, he is. Is he? Yes, he is. Look, he's back down. Oops. I'll give him a couple of flashes with the old signals to say thank you. Whoops. And I made a bad gear change there. Almost blew the box. Never mind. But there you go. Prime example. The slip roads you can now indicate, and they will. Some of them won't, but some of the traffic will back off and let you out, which is great. Just like real life, you get nice people. You got people who got all the time in the world and they let everyone out. People who are just nice and want to let people out, and obviously people who just want to keep going. We all go through various moods of whether or not we're going to let people out or not. I do anyway. I'm sure you're the same. Let's go into this lane. Felixstowe, London, Birmingham. Okay. So I was telling you about the wheel when it came today. I had an issue with it. It wouldn't go into reverse. So reverse, as I say, it's where 6th gear is, but you pop it down, and it goes in underneath 6th gear. And that's what goes into reverse. It wouldn't go into reverse. Now, apparently, this is quite a common problem on the G25 and the G. Whoa. I went down. Oh my god, I went down a number of gears there, didn't I? Okay. So it's going to take me a while to get used to this gearbox. And I'll probably burn out transmission by the time we are anywhere near good with it. But I'll keep trying. I will only get better. Yeah, so the reverse wouldn't work. And yeah, it seems to be quite a common problem on the G25 and G27. What do you call it? The gear modules of these. Oh, it's got a merge lane. That's fine. Of these joysticks. So I basically it came here this evening, and the last 2 hours I've stripped it. You know, the actual the gearbox section, not the pedals or the steering wheel. Stripped it, took it apart because I got it second hand, so there's no warranty or anything to worry about. Stripped it out, and there's a oh god. Oh, you want to go that way, do you? No, I'll wait around behind you. Fine. So I stripped it down, and there's a button underneath the. It's like a little circuit board which is screwed onto underneath the actual gear stick. Okay, what's it? 50 here. And we're getting tired. There's a little as I say, circuit board underneath the gear stick, and on that circuit board is a little switch, and obviously a little pop switch. And if you push down the gear selection knob. I'm guessing it is 50, so they're going quite slow. I'll come into this lane, right? No, I won't. I'll come back into this lane. Yeah, you push down, and it pushes this little switch down, which obviously activates the controller to let them know that you're going into reverse gear, and then you put it mechanically into reverse gear, which is fine. And it was that which wasn't reading, so I was having a few problems. So I had to strip that down, and basically it was poor contact. So I've cleaned the contacts up. There is a how-to guide on the web actually, and they're talking about basically it looks like the solder breaks in the actual connections, but it wasn't in my case. It was literally where the wires plug in. A couple of pins come out of the board, and the wires plug onto them. They'd just come off the plug, so I just pushed them back in, made the connection, and then reassembled everything. So that's fine. I was a bit of a panic there, and I thought, oh no, I bought a dud. But no, I've managed to repair it, and apparently it's a very common problem. So yeah, if any of you got a G25 or G27 and you're having problems with your reverse, that's what it will be. So I've learnt so much about these gear sticks already. Let's come in here. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. What happened there? I put my foot on the clutch rather than the brake. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. As I say, it's going to take a lot of getting used to. A lot of getting used to. We may not survive me getting used to it, but I'll do my best. Right, let's switch off. Let's have a bit of kip. Oh, good God. Okay, quick drink. Income 1,753 from Katrina. She is doing fantastically, actually, isn't she? She seems to be one of my best employees. Let's take the brake off. Let's pop it in reverse. See, the reverse works perfectly since I fixed it. Let's try not to take out any of the pumps with the thing. Right, pop that back into second, and okay. Right, let's indicate to let them know we want to come out. And it looks all clear. Determined not to screw this up any more than I have. I've had more accidents. Well, I've had one accident. I don't normally have accidents unless it's the AI's fault. Obviously, AI has been improved. We could do a couple of little tests actually when we get some AI and see how they react. Especially, I want to show you how they react in a merge line. If you got this game, you probably already played it and you probably know, but it'd be quite interesting. I think my track IR's just gone off, so I'm just going to reset it. There we go. That's better. Not that I'm blaming that for my driving inabilities, but you know, it didn't help. Surely. Yeah, or whatever. Okay, brilliant. We're coming off here. Which is okay. So where are I must admit, I'm guessing I thought we were on the M25. Where we go? The M4. Okay, we are coming off on the M4. Oh yes, I know this bit of road very well. Should be coming off here. Well, that's the lane's coming off, so we don't need to indicate. Right, remember to brake. Remember to brake. And the other thing about these Logitech pedals, wow, they're really well sprung. Yeah, they're really quality. They're all metal, and they've all got different spring tensions on them, and it's wow. It's actually quite. You have to forcibly. It's the brake is very much like the brake. The only thing this doesn't simulate very well is obviously. It can't simulate it. It's the clutch bite. You can't simulate that, so you can, without thinking, sometimes stall embarrassingly. Ooh, came from nowhere. Right, let's put our foot down. Let's get into this lane, and we'll move on. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to. Typical. There's been no times when I can actually show you what's changed with the AI. Ooh, that car's getting a bit close. Or I'm getting a bit closer to the car, should I say. So yeah, well, until we get an opportunity where we can play around with the AI, what's been going on then, eh? How you all been? I've been good, actually. I myself, things have been going really well. Oh, why are you slowing down? Take a break. Okay, I'll go past you. Yeah, work's been okay. Things are okay. Everything at home's okay, which is great. I had an issue on Monday with YouTube. I don't know, it uploaded one of my videos. It was the B17 one. For whatever reason, it was all there, but it was available privately. But when I published it, it was just sat there buffering all the time. So I don't know what happened there. No idea. But yeah, it's broke. One way or the other, it was broken, wasn't it? So I had to re-render that and re-upload it. I don't know, YouTube sometimes gets itself in the little tiz. Not sure why. It just does it, and you just have to react, and yeah, it's not great. Oh, one of the things they're supposed to... The cars are now supposed to really flash you if you blind them. I always thought they did that previously, but apparently not. Oh, I don't know. See, it's my kind driving nature that if somebody goes past, I always have to dip my lights. It's nothing worse than having somebody with full beam on behind you. And not necessarily just full beam. Do you know when they've got really bright, if they're either really heavily loaded, or they've got badly adjusted lights, or they've got those really bright neon, super duper, slightly blue tinted, stupidly bright lights, which just when it's dark, it just feels like they're burning through your eyes. Through the reflection in the mirror phase. Yeah, so I don't know if the AI in this game, apparently, that's not stated as a change. That's what people have been saying on the forums, and I'm not sure if that's true or not. So I might have just fallen for a big April Fool's, although it's not April yet. It looks like we've got roadworks coming up there. Let's keep. Okay, we've got no central reservation. Fine. But what we do have coming up, of course, is Mother's Day. Now, I don't know if this is just a UK day. I'm sure you probably celebrate it in other parts of the world as well. But this Sunday, which will be the end of March sometime. We've got two things happening in the UK this weekend. One is we move back to British summertime, which means we move our clocks forward an hour. So we lose an hour, unfortunately, this Sunday morning. So we'll go +1 GMT, because we're currently on GMT at the moment through winter, and then come the weekend we will be on GMT +1. I'm sure you will do slightly clock alterations as well this time of year, just for to gain a little bit more light in the summer. Take advantage of all that sunshine and daylight as well. Why not, eh? Why not? The other thing, obviously, which I touched on, is Mother's Day. Now, I'm pretty sure you must have this in other parts of the world, but if you don't, Mother's Day is literally just a day made up by the card and gift people. It's one of these days. It's like Valentine's Day. They're not. Valentine's Day isn't about being romantic and all that kind of thing. No, it's about selling flowers and selling cards and that kind of thing. And it's the same with Mother's Day, Father's Day. I don't know, Happy Day. Oh, you get all these. Every day now seems to be the national such and such a day, doesn't it? It doesn't go by without. I don't know. It's National Dip Chips in Cheese Day. It's ridiculous. Everything's. But this week is Mother's Day, so it's an opportunity to thank your mum for being wonderful and bringing you up with all your morals and who you are. So yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. So I'll be going over to see my parents on Sunday. Take my mum a card and some chocolates. And yeah, when you're younger, what it used to be when you're younger, well, me and my sister, we'd wake, you'd wake up when we lived at home years ago, you'd wake up, you'd make your mum breakfast and cup of tea or cup of coffee, whatever she has the first thing in the morning, and you know, you end up doing more chores, as it were. So you do help out cooking, but generally, I don't think. Obviously, mums being mums, they'll go, "Oh, that's lovely. Aren't they being really nice, helping us?" But when you're kids, you're just getting in the way. To be honest, aren't you? Your mum could probably do preparing the dinner in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But with me and my sister helping when we were little, it probably took the best part of an hour. You know, so when you get a little bit older, your mum just goes, "No, don't worry, thank you. Just sit down, I'll do it. I've got all day." But yeah, so. That's what this weekend is for us in the UK, and I'm sure you have something similar around the rest of the world as well. If not, you should do. Your parents brought you up in this world. Hopefully, you know, everything went well and you got good relations with your parents. If not, well, I'm sorry about that. But yes, I've got very good relations with my parents, and they're the best parents in the world. Well, apart from not being rich, apart from that, they are the best parents in the world, and I was very fortunate with my upbringing. Not that I want to get all emotional or anything, you know. No, don't be silly. Where are we? We are still on the M4, Birmingham, Bristol. Okay, whoa, we need to get off this road. In the dark. So what's been happening? Well, let's touch on news. In the news, yes, sad news about that Malaysian flight 370, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like they found it now, just southwest of Australia in the ocean there. Yeah, it's quite interesting how they actually managed to track it with all the satellite tracking. I think they were saying that it was so difficult to pinpoint because it was actually just pinging. They were getting one response from the aircraft an hour, but it was difficult to localise as well. So that's why it's taken so long to determine where it was. And obviously, they did find those 2 bits of large wreckage, which they were about to pull up, which they believed to be a wing and something else. But I heard on the news later on this afternoon that there's a lot more what appears to be debris on satellite radar around that search area. So yeah, it looks like they have found the plane, and sadly it doesn't look like it's going to have any sort of happy ending. Hopefully they can at least come to the end of the investigation and identify what the cause was. Hey, this is the Severn Bridge, just in case you didn't know. This is... Damn it! This is where you get speeding tickets for not paying attention. Yeah, this is the Severn Bridge. This is the new Severn Bridge. Last year, when it was really icy, this gets closed if high winds, of course, because you can't really see it, but there's a big channel down there. So this is basically the border between England and Wales, down the south. And let's just go around here. Yes, so I was going to say, there you go. Oh, welcome. I think I said welcome to Wales. I didn't read it because it was too dark. But yeah, and there's usually in reality, I don't know if they've added them into the game. There's toll booths here. You have to pay to come into Wales, down south anyway. But yeah, the Severn Bridge, when it gets really icy, they have to stop it because the big H-type suspension sort of struts. They get huge icicles on them, which fall off from a great height, and could do some serious damage to anybody or anything it hits. So yeah, they do get closed from time to time. But yes, we're coming into Wales. Well, we're in Wales now, and as you can see, oh, you probably didn't see because I didn't point it out quick enough. But if you look at the road signs, the brilliant thing about ProMod is that they've recreated Wales quite well. So in Wales, you do have dual language signs. So you'll have it in English and you'll have it in Welsh as well, which is brilliant. And so, okay, no, I couldn't quite get that one in camera shot. Yeah, but it's really nice, and that's what I. So if you see, so if we come into the town, you might see on the road Araf, Araf, which is slow in Welsh. So you'll see that probably written. If you ever go to Wales, you see that. Oh God, I'm dabbing the clutch rather than the brake. This is dangerous. You see, when you play on your PC, you're so used to, I've been so used to just two pedals and left foot braking that I am actually left foot clutching rather than braking, which is causing issues. I've got to think that I'm actually driving for real, and that, and you actually use my right foot for braking. So yeah, you probably just missed that on those signs if you weren't paying attention. But if you look at these road signs as we come under them, I'll just ease off the gas. You'll see that they're in English and Welsh. So Cardiff and Cardiff. We're not going to Cardiff, so great. So that is generally how it is. It's tough to grasp there. So I really like that. I really like this type. I love this Pro mod. It really is a nice, tidy little thing. And the Pro mod 1.6.0, they have actually added in 3 new French cities, I believe. So we can check them out later. So they're always adding to it, and I think it's a superb map pack. And the more and more they add, the better and better this game gets. So fantastic there. So yeah, we're coming past, or we've gone past Cardiff. I guess that's Cardiff over there. So we'll then go past Newport, and then we'll be coming to Swansea. You've got quite a lot of sort of towns and cities on this M4 main road, quite close to each other in southern. I was going to say southern France. No, southern Wales or South Wales. So Cardiff is obviously the capital. It's where I was born. The most important place in the world. Well, not really. And of course, well, unless you've seen World War Z or World War Z, the zombie thing with Brad Pitt. Yeah, you may notice that. They had to go to Cardiff to get a solution. So yeah, Hollywood is paying tribute to Cardiff. Get in, get in. But yeah, there's good rivalry between Cardiff, Newport, Swansea. Especially when it comes to rugby. Obviously, there is football. You've got Cardiff City and Swansea City in the football, both in the Premier League at the moment. Swansea are quite established in the Premier League. Cardiff are in their first season up. They got promoted last year. Struggling a little bit, but they're still with a chance of staying up, which is obviously going to be their objective. Loads of issues at Cardiff with their chairman and their fans. Basically, they got a Malaysian chairman come in, and he's basically changed the club's identity by changing. So Cardiff's nickname are the Bluebirds. Swansea's nickname are the Swans. Obviously, a lot of football teams take birds as their mascots. If you look at Tottenham, they have a cockerel. Norwich have canaries. That's their nickname. Newcastle are the Magpies. So there's loads of bird icons for football badges and stuff. So Cardiff are the Bluebirds, and Vincent Tan has come in. He's Malaysian, and he's changed it to Cardiff, and they've changed the kit from blue, because obviously they're the Bluebirds, to red, and he wants to call them Cardiff Dragons. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. No shots problems at Swansea. They are doing fine. They won the League Cup actually last year, so they are doing really well. And they were in Europe this year as well, in the Europa League. Also, both Swansea and Cardiff have top-class rugby teams. Swansea have the Ospreys, and Cardiff have the Cardiff Blues. Obviously, blue is Cardiff. It's the city colour, basically. So yes, Swansea we're coming into have the Ospreys. Now the Ospreys are quite a successful team. All sorts of problems in Welsh rugby at the moment, which I won't go into because I could talk about it for hours. But needless to say, we're losing all of our best players to the French and English leagues because there's no money in Wales. Well, the Welsh play in a Swansea discovered. Hooray! The Welsh play in a it was called, it used to be the Celtic League. So we got Scottish, Irish, and Welsh clubs in it, and recently we've also added some Italian clubs in it. So we need to make up some numbers as well, which has been fine. So yeah. So that's quite good. So that's what Swansea's sporting accolades. It's also quite. It's an old industrial town. So obviously, South Wales was there's loads of ports around here and that kind of thing. Because one thing South Wales did have a lot of was coal, and during the Industrial Revolution, obviously, coal fueled the Industrial Revolution. So Cardiff and Swansea in particular had a lot of iron smelting, and not on the scale of some places, but it obviously loads of moving of coal and that kind of thing. I actually did a job on a dig in Swansea with on an iron work, sort of smelting iron, that kind of thing. So that's what went on here. Ooh. Probably went down in the gearbox a little bit too much. Just pop up a gear. Just going to go slow around the city. Is this where we're going? Are we going to Postbed? I think this is where we're going. Swing in then. Yes, if you like your historical stuff, yeah, Swansea has got a lot of industrial past, but it's also, between Swansea and Cardiff, you've got some great stuff. You've got a big Roman town with amphitheatre and all that kind of thing as well. Caerleon. Caerleon? It sounds French, doesn't it? It's called Caerleon. It's always worth to go and visit if you're in that part of the world. Right, let's see if the wheel really shows off our reversing pro skills. Right, pop it in reverse. Right, keep an eye on the mirror. Watch this skill. Wow, I'm actually fluking this quite well. Oh, look at that. Dabber brakes, in neutral, parking brake on. Boom! This wheel is awesome. Fantastic. I think it is really improving my skill. Look at that for parking. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Right, anyway. T! Excelente! Thank God that crash we had right at the beginning when we came flying into the fuel station at 90 miles an hour didn't have too much consequences for that. Logs delivered from Cambridge to Swansea. 265 miles driven. 15 hours, 9 minutes taken. We did have a snooze in that, so it's not too bad. 148.2 litres of fuel consumed. Base reward was €8,449 and 428 XP. Proficiency level 13 bonus is 1,647, and we've got a 45 XP bonus for parking the trailer awesomely. So that's just over 10 grand and 473 XP, which is bumping us all the way up almost to level 14 now. Fantastic. Boom. There you go. 63 grand in the bank. Everything is happy, and we've discovered Swansea, haven't we? So what I was going to quickly do, see if we can see those new towns. Was Poitiers there? Le Mans was there. So Angers, or how do you pronounce it? I do know. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know. Or was it some of these? Lyon was there. Dijon was there. Reims was there. I don't know. And there may be one or two new towns up here as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. So UK-wise, we have pretty much got it covered off, apart from Cardiff, Croydon, Aberdeen, and Newcastle. Newcastle! So we haven't got it covered off at all, really, have we? No. But we're doing okay. We got 94% of the map completed. So we got so much more places to visit. So many more places, which is great. I still want to get a base in Germany, which will probably be our next... what should be the next big goal, as it were. We still want to get another truck and driver in Cambridge, and then we want to start the European depot up. And I really want to have one. Probably where were we saying? Were we saying Dortmund? Were we? No, it wasn't Dortmund, was it? Dresden, I think it was, wasn't it? Because it's smack in the middle, or Leipzig. Yeah, or Berlin. Berlin will probably have high prices. Anyway, not to worry. We'll come to that. We haven't got anywhere near the amount of money we need. Quick check on the van. After that, so 2% of the engine. Only 1% of the transmission. Now that surprised me after almost blowing the box several times on this drive. But not to worry. Tyres are 8%. So generally that was just a bang. Probably a bit of like bodywork damage when we came into that petrol station. Because it was only over the curb anyway, wasn't it? So nothing to worry about. Wow, brilliant. Okay, so we survived that. I hope you enjoyed this. That was my first drive with this steering wheel. Literally, I got it a couple of hours ago, and I had to strip it down and do everything. So my driving will get better, but I think it's potential to be so much more accurate with this wheel and gears, and oh, it's fantastic, absolutely amazing. Just got to remember to brake. Just got to remember to brake and not hit the clutch. Apart from that, almost a flawless run, I'm sure you'll agree. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Suggestions, comments on what I could be doing. Obviously, I think another driver. We need to maximise Cambridge, don't we? Cambridge. We've got another driver we can have there. I know it says only 21%, but that's rubbish. Last week was 62%. So yeah, we're going to get another driver. We're going to get quite. I'm thinking a high level driver, quite a high skilled driver, and that'll be grand. And then we may move a couple of those over when we get more money and we get a European base as well. We may move 1 or 2 drivers over and see what they can do. If you can do that, of course. If not, we'll just have to hire new drivers. It's fine. So a quick check on the bank. What we got in the loan? We have got. We're wow. Okay, we're not even a third through our loan yet, as in payback. So wow, 5,000 a day left to pay. We just got under 300,000 left to pay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're nowhere near paying that off. Right, fine. That's fine. We can live with that. We're earning enough money to live with that, so that's fine. There we go, guys. Another Euro Truck Simulator episode done and dusted with very little incident, and unfortunately we didn't get to test the AI out much. But generally, I can't remember one incident where the AI caused us an issue. Obviously, we had that nervous one on the roundabout to begin with, but apart from that, I think the AI were absolutely spot on, weren't they? So maybe we'll have a bit more drama with them later to come. But there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you next time.